Hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you all? So yes, welcome here again, and today we are going to discuss the digestive system's previous year questions. These questions were previously asked in several SSC examinations, whether it is MTS, whether it is SSC Steno, whether it is CHSL, all the examinations I have kept here where you will be able to understand what kind of questions are repeatedly asked in the examination. And yes, one more thing is, after the preparation, you will be able to understand, okay, so this is the level that I have achieved right now. So, okay, without any delay, let's start with the first question of the day. What's the first question? The first question is, vegetables spoil because they contain rich amount of what? So why are these vegetables spoiling easily? So there are four options. First one is carbohydrate, second one is water, third one is vitamin, and fourth one is enzyme. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? Until the time you are giving answers, I would request everyone who's there in the session to please start commenting and start giving answers so that I'll be explaining all those parts which are necessary for the examinations. So yes, first thing, since we are talking about digestive system, this means we are talking about that process in which whatever we are eating, we are using all those particular things. What's that? Nutrients, which includes carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, fats. All those things are actually used, they are absorbed, and accordingly they are utilized. That is, we can talk about the process of assimilation over here as well. But the main thing is that when we are talking about a vegetable, so in vegetable we know that vegetables have rich amount of water. So because of the presence of water, they easily spoil. Okay, so what is the correct answer? The correct answer is going to be water. That is option number B will be correct here. Next we have, which of the following organs convert glycogen into glucose and purifies blood? So what do you think? What would be the correct answer? Is it liver, kidney, lungs, or duodenum? What is the correct answer over here? Waiting for the answer, please. And everyone who is there in the session, please start answering these questions. Answer, please. My question is, which of the following organs convert glycogen into glucose and also they are purifying the blood? What do you think? What will be the correct answer over here? Now, I know here confusion might be there. That's why I've actually kept this as the second question. When I talk about this question, as soon as we see the purification of the blood, the thing that comes to in our mind is kidney, right? Where we think kidney must be purifying the blood. But the thing is that here one more thing is there, that is conversion of glycogen into glucose. If you will miss this part and directly go to the purifying of blood, obviously you will click on the wrong option. What is the main thing here? The main thing is the conversion of glycogen into glucose. And here, please remember the correct answer will be what? The correct answer is going to be liver. And talking more about this question, if I talk about liver, please remember liver is the location from where bile juice is secreted. What is that? This is bile juice. And if someone asks you about its nature, please remember in examination it is asked whether it is acidic, whether it is basic, whether it is neutral. Remember, it is what? It is actually basic in nature. It is basic in nature. And one more thing, this is also asked in the examination. When someone will ask you about the conversion of ammonia, ammonia is very dangerous for our body. So which is that particular part which is converting ammonia? So please remember that conversion is also done over here itself. So yes, ammonia's conversion is also done here. Ammonia's conversion. All these particular questions are previously asked. I am doing 360-degree analysis. We are doing the postmortem of the question so that we can be clear what kind of questions are asked and we must be aware of all those answers. Now, if I talk about the kidney, no doubt it is helping in the purification of the blood. But what will be the question that will be asked? What is that particular part in the kidney which is helping in the purification of the blood? So what is that? There are several nephrons. So please remember, here we have nephrons, and nephrons are those particular parts which are helping in the purification of the blood, right? So now talking about lungs, what are lungs? Lungs are those particular parts which are there in the respiratory system. From here we know that in this only exchange of gases is taking place. Remember that alveoli part. So yes, lung is the part which is there in the respiratory system. And talking about duodenum, duodenum is present where? Duodenum is present in small intestine. In the small intestine, And yes, small intestine has three parts, where we talk about duodenum, then we have jejunum, and we have ileum. So these are the three parts of the small intestine. One of them is duodenum. But the question was asked, where is this glycogen and glucose conversion taking place? So glycogen into the glucose is actually taking place in liver, right? So Vinod is here. Hello Vinod, good afternoon. How are you? So we have already done the postmortem of this question. Let's move forward to the next question now. Next we have table sugar is which kind of sugar? So we have fructose, galactose, glucose, sucrose as the options. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? So Vinod, can you answer this part? What is going to be the correct answer? So you have four of the options. One is fructose, one is galactose, third is glucose, fourth one is sucrose. What do you think? What is going to be the correct answer here? See, when we are talking about the table sugar, do not forget, here the correct answer is going to be sucrose, right? When we are talking about the glucose, obviously that would be the example of carbohydrate, which is giving you the instant energy. And if I talk about fructose, this is very, very important. This is asked in the examination. If I talk about this part, that is fruit. So fruit, you can relate it with the fruits. So fruits, whenever we talk about ripe fruits, so in all the ripe fruits, which is that particular sugar, that would be fructose in the fruits. But here the question was asked table sugar. So for the table sugar, the correct answer is going to be your sucrose, right? So option number D will be correct. And everyone who's there in the session, please like it and start giving comments so that we can start interaction with you all. Next we have lemon is sour due to what? So we have four of the options here. What do you think? Why lemon is sour? There must be some reason behind it. Lemon is sour because of what? Now since we are talking about this sour, bitter, sweet, I'll be telling you the part of the tongue where we feel it. So we have Avan here. Hello Avan, good afternoon, how are you? So after a long time Avan, after 2 or 3 days I guess. So we know that Avan, can you answer this part? I'm asking lemon is sour because of what? And everyone uses it, right? Yeah, so we know this going with citric acid. Avan, do you also think the same answer? Vinod, you are absolutely correct. Awesome, great. So when I talk about lemon, I know that in lemon we have citric acid. Another question which can be asked in the examination, actually it is asked. There will be four options and you will be asked in which particular food or fruit you are going to get the maximum content of citric acid. The correct answer is lemon. Now, when we're talking about the sour taste, I'll make tongue for you. This is the structure of tongue. Now, if someone will ask which particular part of the tongue is tasting what, so remember, this part of the tongue tastes sweet. This part of the tongue tastes sour. That is, in Hindi we call it khatta. Very good Avan, you're also correct. If I talk about this part of the tongue, this tastes bitter. Now, these questions are important for the examination, so you must not forget them. Please remember, yeah. So, one is saying, sir, if I talk about this acetic acid, I can talk about vinegar. If I talk about this tartaric acid, I can talk about grapes or tamarind over here. All these questions, each and every question which I am writing here, these all are asked in the examination. Do not forget, okay? Fine. So let's move forward to the next question now. So what was the correct answer here? Lemon is sour due to the citric acid. Very good, Evan. Totally correct. A malic acid in apple. Next we have saliva helps in the digestion of what? Saliva. What do you think? The candidates who are from the Hindi medium, Avan, Vinod, if you are from the Hindi medium, we call it lar. Now, this saliva is actually secreted from where? We know that there's a gland that is known as salivary gland. That is salivary gland. Now, if I talk about the salivary gland, this salivary gland is the one from where saliva is secreted, and there are three pairs of the salivary gland. It is asked in the examination. So, Vinod and Avan, both of you are correct. Very good. Awesome. So, if I talk about the saliva, saliva is actually helping in the digestion of the starch. Now, what about fat? If someone asks you about the fat in the examination, remember, the enzyme which is helping in the digestion of the fat, that is what? That is your lipase. If someone asks you, which is that particular enzyme which is helping in the digestion of the protein, So remember, that will be either protease or there will be pepsin. Remember this part I told you about Pepsi. Just put N over there. Yes, that's true. If I'll talk about the saliva, there we have enzyme which is actually ptyalin. You're totally correct, Avan. Very good. Styrene for starch. This is that particular enzyme. And yes, we have done 360-degree analysis again. Postmortem is done. And that is protease. Yeah, protein protease. And you can also talk about pepsin over there. Okay, so let's move forward now. Let's have a look at the next question. Next question is, okay, before moving forward to the next question, we have example official application, which is one-stop solution for all the government job aspirants. We have live paid course with the test series. We have free subject-wise and topic-wise quiz with the report card. We have job alert, admit card, examination date, all exam previous year PDF with the solution. Then there is free All India scholarship test with the report card. Apart from that, topic-wise free live classes, free full length and sectional test with the report card, free exam-wise PDF and practice set PDF. The most important thing, daily, weekly, monthly and current affairs. And yes, unlimited subject-wise practice questions. All these things at a single platform. Just go to the Play Store, type example over there, click on the install button, click on the open part, just do the registration and start using it. Next question is, in which of the following part cross the digestion and respiratory pipe? What do you think? What is the correct answer over here? Even pepsin, Avan, it's not that only single enzyme is there. Even pepsin is working with the same part, right? Okay, so you're totally correct. Protease is the correct answer, no doubt about that. But even pepsin is the correct answer. Okay, so what do you think? What about this question? What is the correct answer here? Waiting for the answer, please. So we have a question, which of the following part crosses digestion and respiratory pipe? Waiting. Yes, very good, Avan. True. What about this question? Which of the following part crosses digestion and respiratory pipe? Waiting for the answer. Vinod, your answer is pending, please. Avan is going with esophagus. Then Vinod, your answer is pending. Are you going with Avan? This is very important. Okay, I guess Vinod's comment is coming quite late. See, if I talk about this digestion and respiratory pipe, we know that what is that? That is the esophagus, obviously, right? But if I talk about that organ which is coming in both digestive and respiratory system, so here you can talk about pharynx. True? So there's a difference between both the equations. Do not miss that. Okay, so let's move forward to the next question now. Next, we have corn is a rich source of what? So corn is a rich source of what? Is it starch, glucose, fructose or maltose? I've already told you. If I talk about fructose, so here word fruit, you can rate it with fruits. Yes, larynx is the voice box and Adam's apple from where this sound is coming. And this larynx part, it is present where? In the neck part. In this bulged out part. Yeah. So what about this question? Corn is a rich source of what? What do you think? What will be the correct answer here? Corn is a rich source of what? Corn is a resource of what? Vinod is going with starch. Avan is also going with starch. Both of you are correct. Very good. So if I talk about corn, corn is a rich source of starch, right? And yes, I have already told you if I talk about the starch, which is that particular enzyme which is helping in its digestion. So we have ptyalin over here. So ptyalin is the one, or apart from that, we can talk about amylase as well. Amylase, which is helping in the digestion of the carbohydrate or starch. This is asked in the examination, so you must not forget. Okay. So next we have milk converts into coagulated milk or curd with the help of which enzyme? Is it renin, pepsin, resin or citrate? What is the correct answer for this? Very good, Avan. Fructose, we have fruit is standing for fruit part. Okay. Very good, Avan. True. Avan, you are so talented. You must be there in every session. It feels good when you give these extra comments. Awesome. So yes, my question is, milk converts into coagulated milk or curd with the help of which enzyme? Is it renin, pepsin, resin or citrate? What do you think? What will be the correct answer? Very good. So Avan and Vinod, both of you are correct. When I'll talk about the conversion of milk into the curd, here the enzyme which is helping, that is renin. Now where is this renin present? Please remember, this renin is actually present in the stomach. Renin is present in the stomach. In the similar manner, if I'll talk about this pepsin, again it is there in the stomach, which is helping it in the digestion of the protein, which I was actually discussing with Avan right now, right? Okay, so we have next question now. Next question is, sour milk contains dash. What do you think? Sour milk must be containing what? Is it acetic acid, tartaric acid, citric acid or lactic acid? What will be the correct answer? Renin converts casein into caseinogen. Absolutely correct. So these are the proteins which are present in the milk and curd. Totally correct. Casein into caseinogen. Very good. So Vinod, let me tell you, the Avan has actually given the answer, casein into caseinogen. What are they? They are actually the proteins which are present in milk and curd, right? So in the examination it may be asked, casein into caseinogen is converted by what? So here you will be giving answer renin. Actually, this was the thing which I had to discuss in CGL in the evening, in the CGL session, but it's good that Avan has actually explained it. Okay, so Avan and Vinod are going with lactic acid. Okay, true. When we talk about sour milk, here we have lactic acid as the correct answer. If I'll talk about this acetic acid, we have already discussed about it. Where we are going to find it? We are going to find it in the vinegar. In Hindi we call it sirka, right? In the similar manner, if I'll talk about this tartaric acid, we have discussed, you will be getting it in the tamarind. Then what is left? Citric acid. Citric acid in the lemon. Okay. So yeah, Avan wants to say something. Very good. If I'll talk about this milk's conversion into the curd, the bacteria which is playing role is lactobacillus. Lactobacillus. True. Okay. So let's have a look at the next question now. Next we have, which of the following gland does not release digestive enzyme? What do you think? What is the correct answer here? Is it liver, salivary gland, stomach or pancreas? And everyone who is there in the session, please like it and share it so that we can have lots of candidates here and we can discuss lots of things. Yes, answer please. Answer please. Waiting for the answer. Avan, Vinod, what's the answer? Vinod is going with D, sir, that is pancreas. Avan, are you also going with the same answer? Avan, waiting for your answer, please. Avan is also going with pancreas, but sorry, this would be wrong. This would be wrong. Why? Because there's a reason behind it. And what's the reason? Let's try to understand this part. If I'll talk about liver, liver is the one which is giving you bile juice. If I'll talk about the salivary gland, for salivary gland, we know that saliva is released. Apart from that, we have an enzyme that is ptyalin. So obviously, ptyalin is going to be an enzyme. It is what? It is an enzyme. If I'll move forward to the stomach, in the stomach, we have what? We have pepsin. And pepsin is the enzyme which is actually helping in digestion of the protein. Remember? So here again, pepsin is what? Pepsin is again enzyme. In a similar manner, if I'll talk about this pancreas, pancreas has pancreatic juice which is having almost all the types of enzymes. Where I can give the example of a lipase which is helping in the conversion of fat. So lipase is again what? It is also enzyme. The only option left is liver, where bile juice is not an enzyme, right? So yes, yeah. But what was the question, Avan? Question was, which is not releasing the digestive enzyme, and obviously liver doesn't secrete any of the digestive enzyme. and hence liver is going to be the correct answer. So Vinod and Avan got this point. Please do not forget, it is important, right? So here, what happened? Just a second. Yeah. So let's talk about this part. Here, liver is going to be the correct answer. Next we have, human body mostly get energy in the form of what? So we have protein, mineral, vitamin, carbohydrates. What do you think? What would be the perfect answer over here? Avan and Vinod and all the other candidates who are there in the session, waiting for the answer. Waiting for the answer. What do you think? What is the correct answer over here? Human body mostly gets energy in the form of what? But Avan, where we are getting this gastric juice? Obviously in our stomach, right? It's not liver. And liver is not giving any sort of enzyme. That's why liver was the correct answer. Okay. So Vinod is going with D. Avan, both of you are correct. Very good. So here, question is, human body mostly gets energy from where? Now here, if I'll talk about nutrients, nutrients are actually of two different types. What are they? First of all, if I'll talk about nutrients, the first nutrient is what? First category is macronutrient. Next category is micronutrient. In the macronutrient, we have carbohydrate. Second, we have protein. Third, we have fat. But if I'll talk about micronutrients, we have vitamin over here. And then we have certain minerals. Now, when it is asked about the energy part, I'll use blue color here. Whenever it is asked about the energy, carbohydrate is going to give, they will give you energy, but vitamin is not going to give you the energy, right? So here, if I'll just check over here, we have all those options. Vitamin is not going to give me energy, but the question is asked mostly from where you are going to get the energy. So mostly the energy is actually received from carbohydrate part. So yes, here Avan and Vinod, both of you were correct. And protein is made up of 20 amino acids. Totally correct. Avan, it's not only about your comment. Everyone's comment I get with the delay of 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, and it's very good that you have given the correct answer. Protein is made up of 20 amino acids. And yes, if I'll write here also, protein is actually made up of 20 amino acids. It is also the important question for the examination. Very good, Aman. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question now. Next we have, in milk, which of the following pair of protein and carbohydrate is found? So we have four options here. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? In milk, what are you going to get? So is it casein sucrose? Is it casein lactose? Is it casein maltose? Or is it albumin glucose? What is the correct answer here? Avan, Vinod, everyone who's there in the session, I'm waiting for the answer, please. Question is, in milk, which of the following pair of protein and carbohydrates are found? And yes, all these questions which I brought today and regularly which I'm bringing, they all are from the previous year parts. All are the previous year questions. The only thing is that they are mixed questions of the Ssc examinations. They are from Chsl also, Cpo also, they are from Steno also. All the examinations are mixed. Nitrogen is the essential part of the proteins that Avan is saying, and Avan, that's true. If I talk about carbohydrate, it is made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. But for the protein, we have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Avan is going with B. Vinod, what do you think? What will be the correct answer here? Very good. Awesome. So if I'll talk about milk, we have casein as the protein and lactose. Now, there was a point that Avan discussed. Avan told, so when we were talking about renin, renin was helping in the conversion of milk to the curd. Remember? So the protein which is present here is what? The protein which is present here is casein. And in curd, it is caseinogen. This is very, very important. You must not forget. So casein is the protein which is present in the milk. In curd, we have caseinogen. Sir, Mera, sir, Vipan, it's good. And thanks to sir also, that who has actually given clarity to you. Okay, Vipan. Let's move forward with the next question. Next we have, which one of the following organs converts glycogen into glucose and purifies the blood? What do you think? Which one of the following organs converts glycogen into glucose and purifies the blood? So is it liver, kidney, lungs or spleen? What do you think? Avan, milk is not a balanced diet part actually, because earlier milk was having all those things which were necessary. Right now, milk is not having all those particular parts. Yeah, what do you think? What will be the correct answer? Which one of the following organs converts glycogen into glucose and purifies the blood? We have just discussed about it. And I guess this time you will be the correct one to answer this. Remember what I was saying? If I'll just forget this part and directly have a look at this purifying of the blood, so obviously we will be wrong, right? First of all, I'll take your answer. Avan and Vinod, what do you think? What is going to be the correct answer? And everyone who's there in the session, now start answering. Yeah, I know. When we talk about the purification of the blood, obviously kidney is the one that comes into our mind. But there's one more thing. Conversion from glycogen to glucose. This point is very important. If I'll talk about this conversion from glycogen to glucose, so here the correct answer is going to be a kidney. Sorry, liver. Do not forget. Okay. What I'm saying, if I'll only talk about purification of the blood, that would be kidney. But here, conversion of glycogen into glucose is also there. So here the correct answer would be A. Next we have exam official application, which is one-stop solution for the government job aspirants. We have all these features, that is the live paid courses with the test series, free subject wise, topic wise quiz with the report card, job alert, admit card, examination date, free exam wise PDFs, practice at PDF, daily, weekly, monthly current affairs. All these at a single platform. Just go to the Play Store, type Exampur over there, click on the install button, click on the open part, just do the registration and start using it. So yes, what is the next question? Which of the following acid is synthesized in human stomach? Very basic question. My question is, if I'll talk about the conversion, if I'll talk about this acid which is synthesized in the human stomach, what is the correct answer over here? Answer please. Will it be sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid or phosphoric acid? What is the correct answer over here? Waiting for the answer please. We know this going with C. Avan, it's very basic question. I guess you can give this answer in the first go. No? Okay. So yes, Avan, I guess I'm getting your comments quite late. It's very obvious. If I'll talk about our stomach, we have HCl over there. But the thing is that one more thing that comes into our mind is, when we're talking about a stomach, if HCl is present there, this HCl can create issue for the walls of the stomach, but it is not creating issue. Why? Because there's a mucus that is present. Please remember, there's a membrane that is known as mucous membrane. What is it? There's a membrane that is known as mucous membrane, and this mucous membrane is the one which is actually preventing this particular stomach from all those issues, right? So यहाँ पर हाँ, अच्छा, you have already given the answer. Sorry, I just missed that part. Okay, yeah, I got that answer. So what I was saying, HCl which is present here, it is not creating any issue for the walls of the stomach. Why? Because there is a mucous membrane. So these things are to be remembered. Mucous membrane is the one which is preventing HCl from reacting with it. That is from cell digestion. And yes, HCl is the acid which is present in our body. Next we have the saliva helps in the digestion of what? So is it protein, starch, fibers or fats? What do you think? What will be the correct answer here? One that is actually that you're talking about now, that is actually sulfuric acid which is there. Sulfuric. Sometimes in a colonies we have seen that there's a person who will come on the cycle and he will say that acid, please purchase the acid. That acid is actually sulfuric acid that they are using. Yeah. So we know that Avan, they are saying starch. True. When I talk about the saliva, which helps in the saliva which is present in our mouth, this helps in the digestion of what? So obviously the correct answer is going to be starch. And we remember what? If I talk about ptyalin, that was present, right? And ptyalin was actually helping in the conversion of yeah, true, Avan. Yes. So if I talk about this particular part, starch, so we have enzyme that is ptyalin. If I talk about protein, we have pepsin. If I talk about fat, we have lipase. So these are three different enzymes which are actually helping in their digestion. Great. Let's have a look at the next question. The next question is, bile is secreted by what? So we have four options. Is it gallbladder? Is it liver, bile duct, or pancreas? Yeah. I am unable to get it. What are you saying, Kai? Sir, Kai sulfuric acid. Unable to get that word Kai. What do you want to say with this Kai? Kai. Okay. So bile is secreted by what? Now this is a very basic question. Everyone knows about it. Then second question would be for the storage part. So let's see who can give this answer. Everyone knows. Very good. Vinod is the first one to answer this. Avan, your answer is still pending. Your answer is still pending. I guess I'm getting comments quite late from Avan, and very good. Vinod, if I talk about the secretion, bile is actually secreted by liver. But if I'll go on the higher end, in the examination, if I'll go with the CGL and all examinations, remember, what is that? If I'll go with this part, bile is actually secreted by liver, but in liver also what? So here we have ducts, that is hepatic ducts or hepatic cells over there. So yes, from this hepatic cells or hepatic ducts, this bile juice is secreted, obviously from the liver part. But if I'll talk about this gallbladder, pittashay, this is for the storage. So this bile juice is stored in this gallbladder, but is secreted from liver, right? Achha, for a toilet cleaner you're using, yeah, that would be okay. But I thought you're talking about that acid which you are directly using, that yellowish color acid which that particular delivery boy brings in. Okay. What? It's not possible, Avan. If it would be having higher pH scale, if you're talking about HCl, that is not possible. That value is 1.8, something like that. But yes, if I talk about this bile juice, obviously yes, because it is basic in nature. Okay. So next question is, which one of the following is not a benefit of saliva? Just have a look at the options and then give me answer. We have four options. First one is, it facilitates in swallowing. Second is, it increases RBCs in the body. Third one is, it keeps the mouth and teeth clean. Fourth one is, it aids speech by facilitating movements of lips and tongue. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? Yeah, Vinod. Totally correct for SCL. Very good. What about this question? Avan is going with B. Vinod, what's your answer? Vinod, what do you think? What will be the correct answer over here? Vinod is also going with B. Okay, true. See, if I talk about this saliva, what are the benefits of saliva? Whenever we eat food, I'll write it here for you. Whenever we have food in our mouth, so as soon as food gets into our mouth, there's a process that is known as mastication. What is mastication? Mastication is the process of chewing food. So here, this physical process which is going on is known as mechanical digestion, where we are breaking the food into smaller parts. Why? In order to get it easier for the chemical digestion. Now what happens after the mastication of the food? There's a part of food what we have taken in. Apart from that, when it is mixed with saliva, the mixture is known as bolus. Now just think of a scenario. If I am just directly eating food and it is going into my neck, it may stuck over here. So what I want? First of all, I want lubrication. So this lubrication is done. Second is, why lubrication is needed? So that easy swallowing is done. So easy swallowing is done. Okay. Third thing is, there might be microbes. So we need to kill that microbes as well. So for killing those microbes, we have lysozyme as the enzyme. So yes, if I'll talk about this particular part, so I'll say killing of the microbes also is done. Killing microbes. And the most important thing is, if I'll talk about the saliva part, here digestion of digestion of carbohydrate is done. Where we talk about carbohydrate or starch digestion. Carbohydrate or starch digestion. So these are the benefits of saliva. These are the benefits of saliva. Now just try to have a look at the question now. It facilitates swelling, obviously. It keeps mouth and teeth clean, true. It helps in speech by facilitating the movement of the lips and tongues, true. but there is no such concept of increment of the RBCs, right? Avan is saying, sir, if I'll talk about the ratio, that is 600:1. Very good, Avan. This is also asked in the examination. So first of all, if I'll talk about this RBC, what is it? RBC stands for red blood cell. Now there's a question which is asked in the examination, sir. What is the ratio of this RBC and WBC? So the ratio of RBC and WBC is 600:1. Right? This is asked in the examination. All the things which I'm writing here is important. So here's option number B. So Vinod and Avan, both of you were absolutely correct. The correct answer is going to be option number B. Next we have, which part of the tongue bears cells for sour taste? What do you think? What will be the correct answer? Waiting for the answer, please. WBC are also known as leukocytes, no doubt about that. But what about this question? What do you think? Which part of the tongue bears cells for sour taste? Answer, please. Now, this question, if I'll draw a tongue, you will be easily telling about it. When I draw a tongue over here, the bottommost part, this part will tell you about the sweet nature. It tells about the sweet nature. If I talk about this part, this will tell you about bitter nature. If I talk about the side part, this and this, these parts are going to tell you about sour nature, right? So just have a look at these options. What do you think? So Vinod is going with side. Okay. Avan, you have taken back your answer. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? This question is asked in the examination. You must not miss that. Okay. So I'm waiting for the answer. What will be the correct answer over here? Which part of the tongue bears cells for sour taste? Is it front, back, sides or middle? Obviously, man, we are talking about sour taste. So sour taste where? In the sides of the tongue. So we have option. What is that? Side. Option number C, that is sides will be the correct answer. Right, Avan and Vinod? Okay. Let's have a look at the next question now. The process of digestion is held by dash. So is it enzyme, hormone, mineral, vitamin? What do you think? The process of digestion is helped by dash. Is it enzyme? Is it hormone? Is it mineral? Is it vitamin? What is the correct answer for the same? The process of digestion is held by dash. Avan, very good. Your answer was totally correct. What about this question? The process of digestion is held by. So we have Vikram here, and Vikram has directly given the answer. That's true. That is enzyme. Vinod. If I talk about these enzymes and hormones, these are what? They are actually chemicals. These are the chemicals. And for the digestion, enzymes are the ones which are helping in their digestion. Where, if I'll give its example, we have discussed. If I talk about tyline, it is helping in the digestion of starch or carbohydrate. Carbohydrate or starch. If I'll talk about pepsin, it is helping in the digestion of protein. If I'll talk about lipase, these all are actually enzymes helping in the digestion of fat. Okay. So next we have, which of the following is not a digestive enzyme? So we have four of the options: pepsin, renin, insulin or amylopsin. What do you think? What will be the correct answer over here? Waiting for the answer. Yes, Avan. Acha, okay, Vikram, okay, fine. So enjoy those festivals which are going on. I'll say just enjoy them. This next time it will be coming to the next year. So it's good. We must enjoy. But yes, just try to have a look that your studies are not hampered. That's the only thing that I'll say. Okay, so Avan is going with insulin. Vinod and Vikram, what do you think? What will be the correct answer? Which of the following is not a digestive enzyme? Vinod is also with insulin. Vikram is also with C. Great. So Vinod, Vikram, Avan, all of you are correct. What is that? If I'll talk about pepsin, it is an enzyme helping in the digestion of protein. If I'll talk about renin, it is converting milk into curd, right? We know that about amyl option where we can talk about amylase. So yes, Gobinath is there and all of you are correct, totally correct. Insulin is actually not an enzyme. We get it from where? Insulin we are obtaining from isolates of Langerhans, and these isolates of Langerhans are present where? These are present in pancreas, and in pancreas also in the beta cells. Okay. Next question is, which of the following group of organisms digest their food before it actually enters the organism? So we have four options here: bacteria, protozoa, bacteria, fungi, fungi and protozoa, mucor and rhizopus. What do you think? What will be the correct answer? Yeah, totally correct. Totally correct. Avan, very good. What about this question? Which of the following group of organisms digest their food before it actually enters the organism? What is the correct answer over here? Oh, Gobinath, please take care. So that was dengue. Please, please, please take care. So how's your health right now? And please consult doctor. Whatever he says, you will be recovered soon. But what is the present scenario? Your health is good now? Gobinath? And what is the number of platelets right now? Can you just tell me? If you need any help, just let me know. Huh? Yes. So we know this thing, sir. We know this is not having any idea. Vikram is going with D. That is mucor. Okay. Avan, your answer is pending right now. Here, okay, let me tell you here the correct answer is going to be bacteria and fungi, right? And here, if I'll talk about those particular parts which are helping in the food products, so you can talk about yeast as well. But the question is, which of the following group of organisms digest their food before it actually enters into the organism? You can talk about bacteria or fungi. And if I'll talk about fungi, I have to tell you fungi that you can actually eat. So there's a fungi which we can actually eat, and that is your mushroom. Mushroom is that particular fungi which we can eat, and it is very, very healthy for our body as well. Completely fine. Okay, very good. So whatever doctor recommends for those particular food products, please have a look at that. Huh? It's good that you're fine. And get well soon, buddy. Okay. So next question is, which enzyme is present in all the members of the animal kingdom except protozoa? Which particular enzyme is present in all the members of animal kingdom except protozoa? Is it insulin, pepsin, renin or amylase? What do you think? What will be the correct answer over here? Answer please. Which enzyme is present in all the members of animal kingdom? If I talk about animal kingdom, we can talk about ourselves, humans. You can talk about those particular mammals where we are talking about ourselves. Then we have dogs, right? So we know that there are 5 kingdoms. Remember? We have Protista, Monera, Plantae, Animalae. Remember? So if I'm talking about this question, if I'll talk about the whole animal kingdom except protozoa, so we have Rishabh here. Rishabh, your name is quite awesome, man. Huh? So it is Ahiran Rishabh Hunter. Okay. So Rishabh is with B. That is pepsin. We know this is also going with pepsin. One is saying that it would be renin. Okay. Please remember, here the correct answer is going to be amylase. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is going to be amylase. And what are their individual works? I'll tell you. If I'll talk about this insulin, it is maintaining the glucose level. Remember, if I'll talk about isolates of Langerhans, we have alpha, beta, delta cells. From alpha, we are getting glucagon. Then from beta, we have insulin. From delta, we have somatostatin. So insulin and glucose level are to be maintained. But obviously, if beta level is less, insulin level is less, we will be suffering from diabetes mellitus. If I'll go with B, we have pepsin, that is helping in the digestion of the protein. If I'll go with renin, milk into curds conversion. If I'll go with amylase, carbohydrate or starch digestion. But here, except protozoa, the enzyme which is present in all the animal kingdoms is amylase. Okay, so next question which we have is, which of the digestive organ contains acid? Very basic question, we have just discussed about it. Let's see who can give this answer. Is it stomach, small intestine, appendix or colon? What is the correct answer? Glucose into the glycogen. Yeah. So what do you think? What will be the correct answer for this? Very basic question. I guess everyone can answer this part now. Answer please. Waiting for the answer. Yeah, it was bending. Absolutely, Avan. Totally correct. So Gobinath is going with A. Others. Digestive organs which is containing acid. Now, which is that particular acid? Obviously, we are talking about hydrochloric acid. And where is this hydrochloric acid present? It is present in the stomach. But question doesn't end here. Question may be asked. So we have motivational guidelines. Hindu Rashtra with option A. Pawan Kalyan with option A. Then Rishabh is with D here. Okay. इस बार D है पक्का. Rishabh is going with option D. Rishabh, let me explain this part. If I'll talk about this now, this question. This is stomach, right? In the stomach, we have an HCl acid. This HCl acid is released from oxyntic cells. From oxyntic cells. So oxyntic cells are the one which are releasing this HCl and it is present in the stomach. In the stomach, we have gastric juice, which includes HCl. Then we have pepsin. And apart from that, we also have mucus. These things are present in the stomach. Here, if I talk about HCl, so obviously it is an acid which is present in the stomach. Next we have the fat digesting enzyme lipase is secreted by which of the following? So is it kidney, pancreas, large intestine or liver? So what do you think? What will be the correct answer here? Fat digesting enzyme lipase. We are discussing about it from such a long time, right? So Rishabh, what do you think this time? What will be the correct answer? And everyone who's there in the session, please like it and start giving the answers. Yeah, Avan is saying, sir, HCl is present in the stomach in oxyntic cells. That's true. In the examination, this is not for the CHSL part, but yes, if you are going for the CPO and CGL examination, there that oxyntic cells can be asked. So Vinod is going with liver. Vinod, but just think about the part I have just discussed. In liver, we are not going to have any sort of enzyme. Remember? This is asked in the examination. In liver, you will never get any enzyme. So your answer will be wrong here. So I'll directly say, do not go with liver because there is no such enzyme present. There is only bile juice. So now we have Pawan with option D. Pawan, the same explanation for you. Gobinath, you're also going with D. Same explanation. Motivational guidelines, he's saying B. We know this with B. Small intestine have maximum digestion. Totally correct. Avan. Motivational guideline is with B. Rishabh here is with B. This time, Rishabh, you have rocked. Awesome, buddy. Hunter man. Okay. So what I was saying, Rishabh, motivational guidelines, both of you are correct. Everyone is correct here. Pawan is here. Awesome. What I was talking about pancreas. Please remember, pancreas is the one where we have pancreatic juice. We have pancreatic juice. Apart from that, we also have lipase as the enzyme. And lipase enzyme which is present here, it is actually helping in the digestion of the fat. Hunter, great. Next, if I talk about this kidney and large intestine, remember, in large intestine, the only thing which is happening is absorption of water. The only solid waste which is left is finally excreted out from the body. That is egestion in the form of feces. So yes, here the correct answer was pancreas. Great. Next we have exam for official application, which is one-stop solution for the government job aspirants. What all things we have? We have live paid courses, free subject-wise and topic-wise quiz with the report card. Then we have job alerts, admit card, examination date. We have all exam previous year PDF with the solution, free all India scholarship test with the report card. We have topic-wise free live classes, free full length and sectional test with the report card, free exam-wise PDF and practice at PDF. The most important thing, daily, weekly, monthly current affairs. And yes, unlimited subject-wise practice questions. What do you have to do? Just go to the Play Store, type Example over there, click on the install button, click on the open part, just do the registration and start using it. Okay, so we have next question. Dehydration in the human body is caused due to the deficiency of what? What do you think? Dehydration might be caused because of what? So we have four options: vitamins, salt, hormone and water. Okay, so Pankaj is here. Hello Pankaj, how are you? After a long time, is everything fine, Pankaj? Digestion of fat is known as emulsification. Yeah. Then motivational guideline is asking, what is my name? My name is Deepmani Bharadwaj. But the main thing is that what's there in the name, huh? This was once said by the Shakespeare, and Shakespeare itself wrote its name just below that I have written this line. Okay, so I'll just get back to my point now. So Gopinath is going with B. Motivational guidelines is going with D. That is water. Gopinath Singh's a K na salts. Avan is going with salt. Okay. But here motivational guidelines. Can you tell me your name, because your name is looking quite awkward. This YouTube channel name. Okay, Venu. Okay, Pankaj. Fine. So here, if I talk about dehydration, see, from the name itself, it is clear. Dehydration. Hydra word is actually, you can relate from hydration. That is, you can relate it with the water. Whenever there's lack of water in our body, we say that our body is suffering from dehydration. Where we say, na, please take ORS, so that there's no loss of water. You must take a lot of water whenever you are out, right? In some of the cases, we feel that water is losing. At that time, we say that particular person is dehydrated. So dehydration is the process in which we have lack of water in our body. That is, there would be deficiency of water. So option number D would be the correct answer. Okay, Manish. Okay, fine, great. So okay, Manish and all, Pankaj, let's have a look at the next question. Sea sickness is due to the effect of motion of the ship on what? Sea sickness. What happens? Some of the people who are there on the ship for a longer duration, so they feel some unhealthiness, or I'll say they are not feeling cool. They are not feeling good. So at that time, we call that issue as a sea sickness. Now, what is that issue? In sea sickness, there's some issue in which part of the body. Now, what is that? Let's see. Yeah, vitamin was, that name was given by Funk. True. And if I talk about different vitamins, different people, but one of the name that we remember is Hopkins, right? Okay, so Vinod is going with C, and no need to say sorry, buddy. So Vinod is going with C, so that is stomach. But no, if here I'll talk about sea sickness now. On the ship, what happens? We face the issue with the ear part. So here, yeah, ORS full form is given by Avan, that is oral rehydration solution. Yeah. Motivational guidelines, that is Manish is going with B. Then we have Rishabh here. Rishabh, now you are absolutely correct. Great. So in the last question of the day, your answer was totally correct. I'll be waiting for you in the evening's lecture also at 4. But it's good. So what happens? In the internal ear, there's the issue. So sea sickness is due to the effect of motion of a ship on the internal ear. Okay. So we'll do one thing. In the evening, we will be having previous year questions from the CGL part. These were the mixed questions from SSC examinations. CHSL also, Steno also, Cpo also. In the evening between 4 to 5, we have session where we will be having mixed question from the CGL part. Only from the CGL part. So I'll be waiting for you all between 4 to 5. Then bye-bye everyone. Please take care and join exactly at 4. Right? So bye-bye everyone. Please take care. Jai Hind.